POC Network here with another unboxing, this time coming from the company Sharp, a company that I'm pretty sure you're familiar with. And recently, just last month, we were at CES 2020 at Las Vegas, Nevada, or in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we were speaking with Sharp. And during so, we had a number of interviews about some of their products that they're really excited about launching into the industry both this year and in the future. Some of it was conceptual, and some of it was for commercial more than anything else. But one thing that was quite interesting, and we spoke about off camera, was this: a superheated steam cooking oven, which is unique. And what really brought on this conversation was just some of their kitchen appliances that we were talking about. And I had mentioned the fact of, that air fryers are absolutely amazing. I personally have two of them myself, and I use them more than I should, we'll just say. And they didn't like that. Although I'm sure Sharp has plenty of air fryers in their own collection of products, they insisted on the fact that their superheated steam solution was way better than that because A, it keeps in the moisture of the product as you're cooking it, and B, it's just healthier for you somehow because of that and other things. But they said in the end, no matter what, it's way better than an air fryer because it just simply tastes better. You can reheat food in here. You can stick a piece of pizza that's been sitting in the fridge and reheat it, and it's supposed to taste so much better than it would coming out of a microwave or anything else because, again, you're retaining the moisture that was in the pizza using steam. You're not drying it out, which is, of course, if you were putting something in an air fryer, that's the exact opposite. You're really just drying it out while trying to hold on to as much of the moisture as possible. So the question is, which is better? Well, we said, it's hard to say. Air fryers are a lot of fun. They're super easy to use. Sharp says, well, theirs is also really fun, super easy to use as well, and it simply tastes better. So if that's the case, we got a winner here. Of course, we don't have one of those. I don't have any of us, we don't have any of these, we don't have any here either as well to really test that theory up against. And they said, well, we're gonna send you one because we wanna know what you think. And sure enough, next thing you know, we get in the mail here, a superheated steam oven from Sharp. So now we definitely have to try it out because, who doesn't enjoy a reheated pizza that tastes good versus not good? And let's give this a try. So first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up this box. We're gonna see what's in the inside. We're gonna see what it looks like and what it comes with. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to POCnetwork.net, where we're gonna have a story about this later on. It's going to be the continuation of this video, so you can see more so than just what it looks like, and what it can do, but how does it work? And my expectations are already pretty high. A lot of us have already been talking about this. It looks pretty nice, but let's just get to the point for now and see what's inside. What does it do? It's a 1750 watt oven. It has a lot of potential and a lot of power. So definitely if you ever, it has the capability of maxing out a circuit, that's for sure. But you're probably not gonna run into that, I'm just gonna assume, but it has a lot of value to it. Again, it's like an air fryer or a convectional oven or an oven, in many different ways. It offers different modes, of course, just like a conventional oven would, but it uses steam for everything instead of, just dry air and heat. So it has the ability to toast, broil, grill, bake, and reheat. It offers up to 60 minutes of steam-powered cooking, which should get you through just about anything. If you can consider how much time you put something into a convectional oven or a air fryer, the average time is around somewhere between like 7 and 15 minutes, So for an hour, you should be able to get a lot of use out of this, no matter what you're looking to cook. And it all happens by filling up a little reservoir, and it's really super easy to use. Literally, it's like a convectional oven. You put your food in there, and you close the door, and the only extra step is you gotta fill up this little tank of water. So put nice filtered water in there. I wouldn't put anything from the sink in there. Close it, set your time, and wait for it to be steam cooked. They also claim it's incredibly easy to clean, which is important as well because it's one of the benefits of air fryers. And it sounds pretty simple and similar. So they say everything just wipes away, and it has a drip tray that you wanna clean out, and that's it. So enough of this babble, let's take a look. So you have some parts and pieces here. You have a little bit of cardboard at the top, which looks like it's concealing some of the trays that go inside of the oven. Then you have a superheated steam countertop oven cookbook to get you through some example recipes, including, just to give some examples, we got some breakfast frittatas, Italian baked eggs, French toast with fresh berries. I'm sorry, French toast. That gets me right there. Broiled grapefruit. That's your kind of thing. Tuna melt, ham brie, and apple oven face toast. Portobello burgers, quesadillas. You get the point. There's lots of stuff in there. You also have some instructions about the front panel that just walks you through how it works. Yeah. And then of course you have your typical operations manual that's, fills in the rest, all the more deeper details of what you're trying to operate. And everything else is in foam, so we're gonna drag this out, put it on the desk, and go further. And here you have the oven. It looks like a convectional oven or a microwave, a little smaller than a microwave, of course. And I mean, it easily fits under any countertops, or at least your cabinets on the countertop. You have a plug that's built into the unit that's secured with tape at the very back here. You have just a little notice here. It says, caution, remove all protective film from exterior before use. Exterior, did I say exterior? Exterior, not exterior. Don't worry about the exterior. And you have, what they're mentioning here is that protective film, which is just right here. It's this blue stuff, protects everything from scratching. You just pry that off. And you have yourself a scratchless, fingerprint-proofless, for this very moment in time at least, that's going to change soon, exterior. And then you have some protection on the front across that's doing exactly the same thing. It's just protecting it from all the same typical scratches and damages that you might get during shipment, and that's about it. And of course you have some tape here as well, which just, prevents the door from opening while it's being shipped. And the whole process is pretty simple. So it's nice, it's protected, and now it opens. And you have your typical convectional oven here, style oven, but it's actually a superheated steam powered one. But you can see in the open door here, there's plenty of room here to put in a small pizza if you want to cook a pizza. So you're not going to get much. You're going to get a 10-inch pizza pretty much in here, maybe a 12-inch if you're lucky. It's going to really be a tough fit, but you put it in here, put that in the middle, you put your food in there, whatever you're trying to cook, close the door, set your time and everything, take this little tray out right here, and you're going to fill this up with water. You have your max line that's right here at the top. And it all depends. You don't have to fill it up to the max, most likely. In the beginning, you probably will, just to determine how much water you're going to use on average. You put that tray back in there, set your time and everything, hit go, and wait as your food gets cooked with the magic of steam. This is actually the drip tray right here. It just hooks into place, hooking onto the feet that are underneath the cooker or the oven, and that's where it drips into. So looking at the instructions like a grown adult, you have the broiling pan, which is this thing, for warm, bake, reheat, and broil grill modes. And then you have the crisper tray for toast, pizza, and bake, reheat modes. So you have two different trays. You're not going to be using them both at once. Maybe store one on top. If you did, I'd put a towel on top or just some kind of a rubber stopper or rubber protection layer, a mat or something across the top so you don't scratch the surface of this. But you choose, do you want to go all the way down to the bottom, or do you want to go to the center with what you're cooking? In most cases, you're probably going to be putting most everything in the center, and you know the rest. So this is it. If you want to look this up online and actually find one of these yourself, that has an incredibly long model name for it. It is an SSC0586DS. Or simply just go to Amazon and search for the Sharp Superheated Steam Countertop Oven. And to make it even easier, of course, we are going to have links in the description. So just look down there in the description, click the link, it'll take you right to the product. Now, we've seen what it looks like. We've discussed what it can do. It can do a lot. It's nice, it's compact, it's powerful, and supposedly it makes your food taste really good. So the big question is, does it work? And that's where you're going to go to POCnetwork.net, where we're going to have a full review on this later on. We're going to test it out, we're going to play with it, we're going to have a lot of fun with it, and we're going to tell you what we think. Is it worth it? Do we like it? Price point, if it does work, it's not too bad. It's a little bit more than some of your basic entry-level microwaves or anything like that. It's more of on the level of like Sharp or Panasonic's nicer microwaves. It's obviously a convection oven or an air fryer is going to cost a lot less than this. So it's going to be a balance of, is it worth it? Flavor and texture versus I just need something quick and I just need something that goes in my stomach in takes care of me for the day. I don't care about flavor or texture or anything like that. It all depends on the user. If you just need food now and you don't care what it tastes like, get the air fryer. If you are a food connoisseur like myself and you just love food, then you're probably going to want to get this. It's a little bit more expensive, but supposedly it's going to make your food taste better. So go to POCnetwork.net, see what we have to say about this later on once we've had enough time to test this out. It might take a little while, a couple days, maybe more, before we actually have a final decision because it needs to get enough use for us to get an idea of what we think and finalize it into our conclusion. But POCnetwork.net, see what we have to say about it. And if you liked what you've seen here, don't forget to subscribe below. We have that subscription button as well as a comment section so we can all discuss this. Have you ever used this before? Have you ever cooked with steam versus air frying or your typical convection ovens or ovens? What's your opinions about the topic? What do you think? In your experiences, does it taste better? Does it taste about the same? Let us know. And as always, we thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. If you want to stay on top of all the latest and greatest, or at least the gadgets we cover, remember to subscribe right here. Subscription button. Click it. You're going to want to. There's lots of videos, interviews, previews, all sorts of stuff. Button. Click it.